What if I'm a startup out here, a potentially entrepreneur? How do I approach one of you guys to get your money or your value add?
Give me to use your product. I say, like, hand me a card, say, check this out, give me a reason to check it out. By the way, I tend to do consumer internet stuff, so it's stuff that I can play with. Get me hooked on it. That is one sure way, like, that you'll get me interested.
Yeah, get you hooked. Mark?
Yeah, I mean, I want to genericize it on how do you raise venture capital. I think it's fact specific based on who you are as a person or who you are as a team, what your company's doing, what product or service you're doing.
What's the best way to get to you?
To me personally, I mean, look, we do seed, early stage tech and life science. I'm the tech partner. Done everything from semiconductor to consumer internet to mobile, telecommunications stuff. So if it's an area of interest, it's really simple. You go look on the portfolio. Clearly, I'm interested because there's a partnership of two, and I'm the one that does technology. You look at the tech companies. Gee, I have an interest in pretty much anything mobile.
Yeah.
And beyond that, you can start
Sure.
hyper segmenting the.
But find somebody who knows you and then come through an introduction.
Yes and no. I mean, I'm very approachable. Unlike a lot of VCs, we put our phone numbers, emails, and to my earlier point, it'll take a time before I get back to you, but I will get back to you. I meet people at various events and talk to them about things. My criteria is very high based, and I'll tell you this right now, most VCs won't tell you when they're looking, when they're not. I'm not looking for new deals. We have money, but I'm sitting on 4 boards right now for Okapi and another 4 or 5 non-Okapi boards. And the last investment I'm running right now is CEO. We're searching for a CEO. We've got some candidates and we're going through that process. But I don't have the time to spend with someone, and I don't want to do this service of saying, oh yeah, send me something. So I've just been telling people, listen, give me a few months to catch my breath, but don't bother, which most of the VC advisors that I have that I talk to don't ever do that. Why not? What's the harm in telling people?
I'm not going to look at it. Eghosa, what's the best way to get to you?
Certainly not sending it through our blind mailbox. That's for sure. I think
Does anybody read that?
Well, actually they do. And then they forward the bid. And I think of the almost 1,100 companies we've invested in since 1991, we've done one of those deals.
Wow.
That came in through the,
In 1993? It was a
no,
large company.
No,
You were going to tell me the name of it?
It's what the S1. It's what the S1. No, but I think, to a large degree, for the entrepreneurs, we have to be networking, right? You have to go out and get the VCs to at least meet you face to face. I think email introductions and trust referrals, that's well known, that's a cliche. But being able to know exactly what you do and why you do it and why it's going to matter and be able to say that in 10 or 15 seconds to someone's face, that's super important, right? Because that's the stuff that I remember.
So you read a lot of business plans then?
Usually, yeah, I get probably 2 or 3 a day.
2 or 3 a day, and you read them all? Or is it the 15 seconds
No, I'll
FaceTime?
scan them. I'll scan them. You don't have to much more. You have to know who you're pitching. The same way I'm going to get to know you, right? So I don't believe, your credibility is sharp when you want to do a clean tech deal, but you have a BA in history, right? And, you've never been near clean or tech, right? So, I mean, that's a problem, right? And so the same way, know me and know what I'm interested in, right? So if you come in, you Google me or whatever it is, you know what I care about, right? And from there, you can just sort of fine-tune that. Or, the other thing that works is, come on, again, like I said, come and ask for advice. Because, VCs love to pontificate. They also love to give advice on stuff they don't know anything about. And so what then happens is, you can come in and say, I know this is not your space because I've done research on you. That's the stuff that gets people's attention. I've done research on you. You clearly don't look at this stuff, but who does?
Yeah.
Who should I talk to? And you'll be very surprised how you just get 4 or 5 names. And sometimes guys are like, oh, I'll send this on. I'll just copy it and I'll send it on. Because it sounds interesting. So that's, I think, sort of what you want to be able to figure out is people that can recognize you or people that these VCs know that they can trust as well.
Know enough to know anything.
And come to conferences, network, speak. Don't just come to attend.
Yeah.
Also have to be visible, because that's how people find
So
you.
rush the stage when he's done talking. Yeah. Go ahead, Stu.
So one term that I hate is the term business plan, because I think that saying those words connotes the wrong thing.
I mean, these people paid a lot of money to learn how to write business.
Don't write a business plan. That's my advice. So when I think of a business plan, and this might be wrong, but it was my senior year in college, I took a business class, and we had to write a business plan in about about this business. I ended up writing this 35-page document with financials in the back. It was bound in Kinko's, and I handed it around to people. We get those all the time. I've never read one in my entire life. Never, ever, and I don't know if these guys agree, send me a business plan. I will read a short email. I love 1 or 2 page executive summaries. I absolutely love them. And if I read a 1 or 2 page executive summary and I call you back and want more, I want a 15-page PowerPoint deck, right? I don't ever want to see a business plan. The only time I want to see something that maybe looks like a business plan is when we're sort of in the last stages of diligence and you've put together a diligence binder and we're going through the details. But business plans drive me crazy, and I think it's a waste of time. I mean, I've been an entrepreneur, and as soon as someone, I've had VCs tell me, come back with your business plan. You mean, I'm going to sit in my room for 2 weeks, type up a 35-page document talking about market size and segmentation, this and that, and this is the internet. And by the time I finish it, everything's going to have changed anyway. Like, are you kidding me? So either it's a no, or the person's a complete numbskull. So I hate the term business plan. I never want to see a business plan.
Okay. Any other mistakes that entrepreneurs are prone to make, especially that they may have picked up at business school, any bad habits that should disabuse themselves?
I'll tell you one of my
Did any forecaster ever accurate?
So the numbers are all made up.
Don't ever say these are conservative estimates.
But the other pet peeve I have is I really try. I know I'm occasionally guilty of it, but I try not to pontificate when I'm sitting with entrepreneurs. But what I do want, what I am going to be measuring, is that I'm in that meeting because you've dedicated your life to this opportunity. I'm expecting that you have mastered it. And don't let me come in and know it better than you.
Yeah, there's an adage. If the VC knows more than you do about your business, you're in the wrong business.
This is not something you can do. And I have run into that a lot. You must show mastery. You know, at some point in time, maybe there's some, you know, when we're in the third or fourth meeting and I'm asking about your financials and your assumptions, yeah, you know, I'm testing to see whether you're really thought through that, sure. But you must show mastery, and mastery is domain expertise, whether it's the product side, or it's the customer side,
Sure.
or the opportunity, or the need. But you have to show mastery of why, so I can know that when you go out and execute on this, I can close my eyes and know you're going to deliver.